walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan.
Derby day in Manchester, folks. The Manchester Derby is upon us. And, of course, there was some late drama to more. We're going to be talking about it all in just a second ahead of this Manchester Derby.
Time for cities and towns to start dreaming again. Walking in the footsteps of giants.
Good evening, everyone, folks, and welcome back aboard to Real Football. My name is Tom, and I'll bring you the watch-along, folks, this evening for the Manchester derby. We're at the Etihad Stadium, Manchester City against Manchester United, live in the Premier League. If you do are watching on the replay, then please do make sure that you are leaving a like on the stream, hit that subscribe button if you are new. And thank you very much indeed, folks, to everybody who joins us here today. Any kickoff is coming your way at 4:30 for this Manchester derby. Kickoff, once again, is at 4:30 at the Etihad for this Manchester derby. Good evening, folks. I do apologise that I had to cancel our Turf Moor Burnley stream. It was unfortunately due to the fact that I did need to pop out and pick up our dogs from their kennels, and I was not back in time to make that Burnley stream, so I decided to cancel it. But we are here for this Manchester derby, where Manchester United probably would be said as the favourites. And yes, it was a great show from Burnley, but of course, a late handball from Hannibal saw them bottle what could have been a draw of huge purpose and meaning for Manchester City. Can they find a way in the Manchester derby, or will it be Manchester United who prevail once again? Manchester United once again are the favourites going into this one. Who, though, will win the Manchester derby, and what colour will Manchester be at the end of 90 minutes at the Etihad? Well, I have got bet slips, and I have got a bet slip, a price boost for Manchester United to win or draw over 10.5 corners and over 3.5 cards. That is a price boost, pre-built, 50p. We'll return £2.88 on that one. We've also got a additional price boost on this game, which is for Brian Mbeumo to be an anytime goal scorer. If he does score, that will be an instant £2 win of a 50p stake. And the bet builder itself is Manchester United or draw or draw over 9.5 corners and under 5.5 goals. That will return £3.40 of a £1 stake. And we've got the Ladbrokes 1-2-3, where we can only get a £1 free bet now, with Liverpool not winning 3-1, only winning 1-0. And that would come if a Manchester United 2-1 victory is upon us at the Etihad Stadium. As well as that, we've got the Coral Football Super Series as well, which is for Manchester United to win. The first goal to be scored between 20 minutes and half hour, 11 to 12 corners, and 4 players to be carded exactly. If all 4 of those selections are correct, a prize surplus of £100 will be awarded to me from Coral. So big derby then, folks, a big day, but Liverpool really got lucky, didn't they? But a great performance other than the giving away the penalty from Burnley. I did watch most of that game. Once again, I do apologise for the fact that I wasn't here for that Burnley-Liverpool game, but needs must. And I can rest assure you that until the 4th of October, it will be non-stop content from here, folks. But obviously on Saturday, the 4th of October, I will be back in London. I will be back at the Emirates Stadium because I have got a ticket for Arsenal against West Ham United. So that will be the next point where there is a break in content. But it is a debut then for Donnarumma, and also Benjamin Sesko is making his first full start today. But really, a lot of firepower up front, you'd say, really, for Manchester United. I'm most certainly tipping off the favourites. I think Manchester United are the almost a certain favourites for me. Nathan Clark is in the house. Welcome to Nathan Clark. Good to see you, and welcome aboard to you. I've already told people that I just had to cancel. Yeah. Like I said, needs must. But yes, note for your diaries, I will be in the Emirates Stadium, Arsenal against West Ham United, Saturday the 4th of October at the Emirates. And that is maintaining my 3 p.m. guarantee, where I will be attending all 3 p.m. Arsenal fixtures this season. And there is only one so far. But any Arsenal fixture that I attend will more than likely be at 3 p.m. on a Saturday in the Premier League or in the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup, and of course selected Champions League fixtures as well. And that is the last weekend before the international break. Chelsea drew. I know Chelsea drew, which helps Arsenal out. And how priceless would it have been if Liverpool had just dropped some points here? And unfortunately, people, this Manchester derby does not mean anything for Arsenal. But what it is, though, folks, is it's still something to bite our teeth into. And so normally do we look at Manchester derbies and we go, yeah, that means something for Arsenal. Or if City could drop points, or if this could happen. But today I'm just picking out scenarios that I want for the sake of it. There's no meaning to this fixture. No matter what the result is, Arsenal will not feel it. Because I can tell you right now, we will beat Manchester City. We will beat Manchester City. At the Emirates, we will beat Manchester City. So, but I'm sorry to say, it's just, I mean, it is. That's the disappointing thing about it. I'm not sure. When is it? A lot of people say that to me, to be fair. Anyways, folks, it is time for your Manchester Derby team news and match information. This will be, of course, your last stream as well for one day because there is no Monday action whatsoever eligible for live streaming. So it will be Tuesday and Thursday and potentially Wednesday in the Champions League, but I am not guaranteeing Wednesday. Normally I take a Thursday off, but I've swapped it around because I can see Newcastle against Barcelona on Thursday. It is one of those Champions League weeks. There will be no Carabao Cup coverage as well on the channel this week. We are doing Carabao Cup the week after when Champions League sides are in action. So yes, there will be no Carabao Cup, like I said, this week on the channel or next week on the channel. But we will have a minimum of 2 Champions League games live on here. My prediction, as always, is a Manchester United win. I am going for a 2-1 Manchester United victory at the Etihad in this Manchester derby. So yes, I do think that Manchester will be red at the end of today. And a look at the league table will tell you exactly why Manchester United are the favourites, because they are now above Manchester City in the league table. City are crawling behind Burnley in 16th place with 2 defeats and a win in their bag. But Manchester United have got 1 extra point ahead of City with a win and a draw in the last 2 games against Fulham and Burnley. Can they win the Manchester derby to take themselves as high as 7 points and move them to within 1 point of Chelsea and into 6th? For Manchester City, it's a chance to move on to 6 points with a victory. They could move as high as Crystal Palace in 8th, but no higher than 8th position for Manchester City. I'd be laughing. If Manchester City can only get a draw, they will move on to 4 points. That would put them level on points with Brighton, Albion, Forest and Leeds. With their superior goal difference of +1 over all 3 of those sides, they would move up into 13. For Manchester United, it is a goal difference of 0. A draw for them would put them on 5 points, level on points with Palace and Newcastle. And by goal difference, yes, they would surpass Fulham and Newcastle, and they would surpass both of those 2 sides and move into 9th. So Manchester United are the team that will stay higher above the table no matter what the result here. A huge day in Manchester. And a huge weekend next weekend as well, as Arsenal face Manchester City at the Etihad. No, at the Emirates. I apologise. At the Emirates in a 4:30 kickoff. As well as that, Manchester United are up against Chelsea in a fixture that looks exciting. And on top of all of that, we've got a Merseyside derby. So loads of Premier League action next week. As well as your Champions League supplements with a minimum of 2 games live between Tuesday and Thursday next week. Let's take a look at your team news then. For Manchester United, we're going to start with the away side. For Manchester United, it is Altay Bayindir who begins in goal. A back 3 today of Lenny Yoro, Matthias de Ligt and Luke Shaw behind a midfield 4 of Nasser Mazraoui, Bruno Fernandes, the captain, Manuel Ugarte and Patrick Dorgu. Then a diamond front 3 of Brian Mbeumo, Amad Diallo and Benjamin Sesko leading the front of it. On the bench is Harry Maguire, Joshua Zirkzee, Casemiro, Tom Heaton, Aidan Heaven, Sen Lamans, Tyler Fredrickson, Diego Leon, and Kobbie Mainoo. Lots of youths on the Manchester United bench. Then for Manchester City, the home side, it's Gianluigi Donnarumma who makes his debut in goal for the Citizens. It is Nico O'Reilly, Josko Gvardiol, Ruben Diaz, and Abdulkadir Kusanov, who make up a back 4. The midfield is a 3 of Dejani Reinders, of Rodri and Bernardo Silva. Then leading the front is a front 3 of Philip Foden alongside Jeremy Doku and Erling Haaland. On the bench for Manchester City, James Trafford, Nathan Ake, Nico Gonzalez, Savinho, Mateus Nunes, Oscar Bob, Divin Mukasa, Rico Lewis and Stefan Muffini. Third, probably Sunderland at the minute. So the Etihad is ready. Manchester United are the favourites. Manchester City are in poor form. And Manchester United won the last Manchester derby at the Etihad by a score of 2-1. And in fact got 4 points off their Blue City rivals. City did not get much of the Reds last season. What is your prediction for the... I'm going to go 4-0 Bayern. I think Chelsea will get a bit of a wake-up call. You're very lucky. You're very lucky, to be honest with you. I mean, I was watching the game. I didn't stream it because obviously I had to sort out my doggies. But very lucky. Burnley played very, very well. Very lucky, but it was a poor decision from the Burnley defender to put his arm in that position at the last second. Sorry. So yes, folks, Arsenal against Manchester City will be Manchester City's next fixture. After this one, we are going to be watching both the Manchester sides next weekend, and they are both involved in Big Six clashes. There are 3 top games next week. Of course, the main event, though, Arsenal against Man City on Super Sunday, a week today. But make sure you tune into TNT Sports on Saturday at 12:30 because we'll have a Merseyside derby to get our teeth bit into. And of course, we're going to be trialling our first version of the 3 o'clock focus, which is the Realltom football version of Soccer Saturday. We are no longer covering individual 3 o'clock kickoffs on Realltom football unless that is a fixture involving Arsenal. So we're going to be doing our new version of Soccer Saturday. We will be able to have guests, and that will be a part of next weekend as well. Yes, we are. after a 3-0 win over Nottingham Forest, and it was Martin Zubamendi who was the star man with a shock brace yesterday, a header and a shot outside the box. Mr. B. Harry is here for the Manchester Derby. Welcome into you, Ashik B. Harry. Well, don't forget midweek action on Tuesday, Athletic Bilbao against Arsenal. Just a reminder, we are at the earlier kickoff time of 5:45. So do make sure, folks, that you join us at 5:30 for that Arsenal fixture against Athletic Club in the Champions League. There will be as well post-match reaction from myself and Charlie after the match has finished. But Athletic Club against Arsenal kickoff is at 5:45. Make sure that you're ready for 5:30 to join us for that one if you do want to join us. And the Etihad is paying its respects to a 46-year-old Manchester City fan whose death has come around recently. And the whole of the Etihad, but in particular the City fans in the Etihad, are silent and applauding in respect of him. And there is tears to the eyes of Pep Guardiola as well, which shows just how much this fan who's passed away means to the Manchester City supporters. Gabriel, the best centre-back in the world. Flixy FC, how you doing? Good to see you. Welcome aboard to you, Flix. Good to see you. Welcome aboard just in time for this Manchester derby, where Manchester United are the favourites and Manchester City will have to dig their heels in and find a way to get back to winning ways. Although they won't get a victory at Arsenal, I can rest assure you of that. I don't know. Man United are indeed the favourites. Ladbrokes odds checker confirms that the odds are higher in favour of Man United winning as opposed to Man City winning. So yes, Manchester United are the favourites for this Manchester derby. And as well, they won last time the Etihad, which only adds to why they should be the winners here. Nani Madwake. Manchester United can move into the top four with a win at the Etihad today. Huge occasion in Manchester. He's European. I'm not sure. Doku! Oh, right across the face from Haaland. And an early chance for Manchester City. Odegaard. Or Gyökeres. Gyökeres. Ben White. We've only got two former Brighton players. Gyökeres, Ben White. Oh, Trossard. Yeah, Leo as well. Forgot about him. Diaz with the header. It's a dominant start from City. Ball through. Might be offside, Phil Foden. Yeah. It was Tajani Riders, in fact, who was offside. He's all right, Leo. He's lost his magic a bit, but he's still a good player. But it most certainly was the Zubimendi, Gyökeres and Eze show yesterday, with Eze getting an assist, Gyökeres getting a goal. Zubimendi surprised everyone, I think, yesterday. I think nobody would have betted on Zubimendi scoring. That is a foul, and it's a foul in favour of Manchester United on Patrick Dorgu. A free kick for the Reds. And switched out to Brian Mbeumo by Luke Shaw. Now Mazraoui, it's deflected off a City player, out for a United throw. Bruno Fernandes. Yoro. And back by De Ligt to bind it. Dorgu. Gets it to Bruno Fernandes. United starting to find their stride. And Mazraoui. Into Mbeumo. It will reach Ahmad. Benjamin Sesko digs out a shot. Comfortable save for Donnarumma. And it is the first shot on target of the game. And it's for Manchester United. Willian, David Luiz, Madueke, Havertz, Kepa. There's loads. Ball over for Doku maybe, but Yoro looks to have it covered. Yoro does shepherd it out of play. Gets a nudge in the back as well. Goal kick for Manchester United. Giroud, Petr Cech, Aubameyang technically counts. Aubameyang. Giroud, Aubameyang, Cech. Yeah, I'm lost. Long strings? Where? Hang on. Oh, you mean the hoodie strings? Probably just the design of the hoodie jumper jacket, really. Oh, when Mbeumo's got space to... No, he's not going to get to it. Good. I'm glad. But it is Manchester Derby time. We've done our job. We've got our win. The Arsenal focus was yesterday, but this is a big Manchester Derby. And it does not have any implications on Arsenal. So I am just trying to keep my focus on it. Well, no, it doesn't. No, because even if City do win, we'll still... I think we'll beat them. I'm quite confident this time around that we beat Manchester City. Really, I just don't see us not, particularly at home, and that's a slight goalkeeping fluff from Bayende. Under pressure from Haaland. Got away with it. It's what Derby Day is all about, though. Those moments. And the interception from Dorgu didn't last. Bernardo Silva. Rodri's been picked off the ball, and it's Benjamin Sesko coming forward. Defending back there in the end by City. I just don't see Chelsea getting anything out of Bayern. We are playing Atletico Madrid at home. No, we're not. I mean, see, I don't know with the Atletico Madrid one. Yeah, it's Atletico, not. I'm a bit annoyed. It's not Real Madrid. We like playing Real Madrid. Don't like playing Atletico Madrid. We've got Athletic Club though away in the midweek, and that might be a chance for Ahmad if it opens. Oh no. Is Luke Shaw? Bruno Fernandes and Mbeumo on the turn in this angle with O'Reilly. And in fact, it was Mazraoui, but Mazraoui has won the free kick for Manchester United. It's good move. Oh, brilliant pressure from Dorgu, and I think he might have won a foul. Anthony Taylor says yes. It is a free kick for Manchester United, and most certainly you feel as though when they've got forward, they've looked more threatening. Yes, there's been a few blunders from Bayern there at the other side. Yes, there was an early chance for Haaland, but United definitely can play against City. And when they do, they're causing that defence a problem. And Rodri, he just totally looks like he's lost it after his injury. So Brian Mbeumo to deliver from the left. And it is a delivery aimed towards Dorgu. It did make contact with him, but didn't really. It was a bit of a weird one, actually, because it hits Dorgu's face and Dorgu falls over. And then there's no real movement in the attack afterwards, defensively or attackingly. Nah, Rice is the best. Over Caicedo, anyway. But I think Rodri is probably finished now. I have to say that Rodri's dropped off after his ACL injury. He just doesn't look like the same Rodri. Kate and Jonathan, welcome to you both. How you doing? Good to see you. Welcome aboard to you. How you doing, Kate and Jonathan? Hello. Happy with the win, or do you feel as though it could have been more against Wolves for Newcastle? Only a 1-0 victory. Only a 1-0 victory. Jeremy Docker on the left. And Rodri. Yeah, to be fair, I think it will be a very, very emotional night. I think that's the right word to say, right? It'll be quite an emotional night, I think, in St James's Park. You can imagine that the fans will ramp up the atmosphere because of that emotion, and it probably will drive the team on to win. I think, yes. I mean, it could be a draw. It could be any kind of result, to be fair with you, but the atmosphere most certainly will play a huge factor into the game, and I anticipate that the atmosphere in there will be like a cauldron of electricity. Slight chance for Tijani Rinder's poor ball. No, mate, not happening. We will slap you for 5 again, mate. 5 again at the Emirates, mate. Don't worry about that. It's coming. Yes, a game of muy interesante, must we say. It is a interesting Super Sunday. We have got 2 choices, and to be fair, I think I may actually watch that Bournemouth game. Villa, the problem you've got is that it's going to go one or two ways. Either Sunderland will batter Villa because of how shit Villa are at the minute, or it'll be a boring 0-0 draw. But that Bournemouth game probably will be more exciting. And then the weekend after, we've got Brentford versus Manchester United to get us kicked off on that Saturday. We've got 2 choices again. Of course, in the evening. Not too sure if I fancy Forest Sunderland, to be fair. Ugarte, a bit too heavy for either Mbeumo or Mazraoui there. Not going to happen, by the way. I think everybody hates them at the minute, to be truthful. But yes, match week 7 is the one to have your eyes on, because we will have Bournemouth against Fulham on the Friday night, but we will not be here for the Saturday, and we are missing out on a Chelsea-Liverpool fixture. Unfortunately, I will be at the Emirates, though, like I said. Arsenal against West Ham United. The Super Sunday, though, will be an option of 4 2 o'clock kickoffs we can choose from. And then, obviously, we'll be doing Brentford against Manchester City at 4:30, which is the closing game for the international break. Because what do you mean, why? Chelsea-Liverpool, do you mean? I'm missing it because I'm at the Emirates. Ricky Hatton, yes, that's his name, Ricky Hatton. Indeed, the Manchester City fans devastated at the news and paid their respects ahead of kickoff of this Manchester derby. Here's Bruno Fernandes and spreads it to Dorgu, who's got space. It's a nice cross and just couldn't quite set himself for the shot, Ahmad. United trying to keep the pressure on City. Tottenham Hotspur, United, Liverpool. Yes, I do not like Manchester United. You guys do not need to question as to why, because you will know the answer. I tell you the answer every time Man United and Arsenal play. So don't ask me, why do you hate Man United, but yet you're backing them today? I don't hate West Ham. I just want them relegated. Doku, lovely feet. And the cross. And it's headed in. It's a goal for Phil Foden in the Manchester derby. And City are alive. City are in front. An unusual goal, you have to say, really, of a Manchester City style and a Phil Foden style. But as you can see on the replay, Doku's got it on the right. He attempts to flash the ball across initially. It ricochets back off the defender. And then he puts that cross in, and Phil Foden goes and gets that header and guides it into the bottom left corner, just past by India. Like I said, a rather unusual goal for both Manchester City and Phil Foden. Cross and header. But it is a goal in the Manchester derby, a goal to get the show started. I will be an angry man in the Emirates Stadium if that happens. Yeah. So 1-0 City. They turned it around last time, DR. They turned it around last time. The rain is pouring down and the hood of Pep is raised. Oh, I will. I'm not going live tomorrow, so yeah, you'll see a difference on Tuesday. I mean, I'll show you just how little there is on Monday. There's really not a lot. But tomorrow, I say Monday, but I mean tomorrow. There's not a lot at all. There really is not a lot. Here you go. Crap, see? Oh, no, not today. Tomorrow, you knob. Knobby website. Stupid website. Here you go. Nothing. See? Nothing. Absolutely did nothing. See? And no, I don't want to watch Espanyol against Mallorca before anybody asks. Thank you very much. I want to watch Coronation Street tomorrow, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Yeah, I'm not paying for Premier Sports. Premier Sports is wank anyway. I'm not paying for Premier Sports. Jordan's here. Welcome in. But Tuesday, it is Arsenal. Wednesday, I'm not sure about Wednesday, to be fair. I can't see anything that's making me go, oh yeah, I really want to do that. And that is a corner for Manchester City. Yeah, I can't see anything that's making me go, ooh, I really want to do that on Wednesday. I can't. I think I'm kind of Tuesday, Thursday. Yeah, we'll do Tuesday, Thursday. We'll do Arsenal and we'll do Newcastle, I think, Champions League wise. Foden's delivery there. And yes, just a reminder of the kickoff time, 5:45 on Tuesday. That will be our next stream, 5:30. You can join us. Arsenal are away to Athletic Club. I think we're going to be wearing the blue kit as well. So that'll be a new kit that I'm wearing. And as well as that, because it's an early kickoff, we will have fan cam reaction from both me and Charlie after the match has finished. And we'll also be keeping our eye on one other game in the Champions League, which is PSV Eindhoven against Union Saint-Gilloise. And the 8 o'clock kickoffs for you on that day will be, obviously, you've got Carabao Cup action with, Tijani Reinders nearly. You've got Wednesday against Grimsby Town. But the 8 o'clock kickoffs in the Champions League, of course, your game on Prime is Tottenham against Villarreal, Benfica against Qarabag, Real Madrid against Marseille, and Juventus against Borussia Dortmund. The Carabao Cup 8 o'clock fixtures are Palace, Millwall, and Brentford Villa. Coronation Street watch along, yeah. I prefer personally just to. I don't know if I could do a watch along Coronation Street, to be fair. I don't know how many views it'd get. Let's take a look at your Friday night football. Friday. Well, I might do that. Middlesbrough, West Brom. Maybe. Don't know. Although, is there a Monday game on? I think there is as well, isn't that? Game week 5. No, there isn't. No, there isn't. So I might do that Middlesbrough game. Yeah, I might do that Middlesbrough game. Hey, well, your last comment was Charlie and Chocolate Factory, so I don't know what. Well, I did mention that earlier to Kate Jonathan. I don't know. Probably a Newcastle win, but I don't know. Roy Cropper. He's got specs now, Roy Cropper has. Or David Platt annoying Carla and Lisa. Or the other way around for that matter. What, Roy Cropper? What a miserable life then to be a Leicester. Honestly, anybody who supports Leicester must just be a mizzo. Don't know why you'd want to support Leicester. Can't be a fun prospect supporting Leicester City. Do make sure we are smashing the like button on the stream, folks. We're on 3 likes so far. I'd like to get at least 5. 39 votes on the poll, though. Lots of votes on our poll. Manchester City, I've got 36% back in them. 31% have said draw and 33% back in United. Do you miss me during the international breaks? Yes, well, my presence will be a little bit more felt in the international break after the Arsenal West Ham game in October. yes, this last one I was just a bit too kind of enjoying my holiday. Of course, was aimed towards Ahmad. A lot. You missed me a lot. I'm sorry, I was just too busy enjoying my holidays. The last international break, I was just too busy enjoying sun, sand, beach, relaxation. Or ball over the top by Mangugate. And then Burma has lifted it over the bar, but he was in on goal. And the offside flag was up. England will win it. Thomas Tuchel and England to win the World Cup. We'll never win the Euros, but we'll what about? We'll play. I think we'll play Argentina in the final. We'll play Argentina in the final and we'll win on penalties. Lionel Messi hits the bar. It's a long, long way away, that anyway, the World Cup. It's not for at least, well, almost 12 months. I mean, 10 months, is it? No. About 9 or 8 months. So, practically, somebody could get pregnant today and have a baby before the next World Cup. Just saying. So, yeah. We're one whole pregnancy away from the World Cup. 9 months. At least, anyway. Not done much, Benjamin Sesko. Not done much. Just like me during that international break. Yeah, did not do a lot at all. I did do 2 water park visits, though. Yes, 2. In fact, on the Monday after we lost to Liverpool and Dominic Szoboszlai, I went to Alton Towers water park. To take my mind off the angry situation, let's just say. Don't know, don't care, don't want him. Don't know why you keep mentioning Marcus Tavernier to me, I don't want him. Not interested. Mazraoui and Sesko is in. Donnarumma closes the angle for him. Attacking midfielder. Maybe Bellingham. Jude Bellingham. Don't know. Sabuelo Nuxamalo. Who do you support? But says, come on, boys, win this game. Which boys? The boys in red or the boys in sky blue? And that is definitely a foul by Abdulkadir Subkusanov, and Anthony Taylor is going to award a free kick. In 2 lifetimes, maybe. Well, give him a chance to tell us who he supports. I mean, but I would imagine he's a United supporter, yeah. Well, speaking of United, it's Bruno Fernandes. Stood over this free kick on the left-hand side. The overhead net camera has its lens coated in rain. In the city where rain is... Bruno Fernandes into the box. Comfortable for Donnarumma. Rodri went over there, back up though on his feet. Yeah, he'll have an ACL soon. Yeah, hopefully we'll cause him another injury next week. At the Emirates this time though, not at the Etihad. I'm all right. To be fair, it's not a while anyway till we play Chelsea. In fact, when do we play Chelsea? I want to have a look. When do we play Chelsea? It's a very long time. It is a long while before we play Chelsea. It is a lot. It's a lifetime and a bit away. We've got Palace match week 9. And then we've got Burnley away. I know that we play away to Chelsea first. Then Sunderland away. Spurs at home, match week 12. 22nd of November. It is match week 13 on the 29th of November. When we play at Stamford Bridge. So quite a while away. The 29th of November, almost 2 months. Well, month and a half-ish. No, 2 months. 2 months. Yeah, no, 2.5 months. I think. I don't know. Don't give a shit. It's nearly December. It's 2.5 months, isn't it? Yeah, December. 29th of November is practically December. We'll have advent calendars ready. I think I'll have an advent calendar. In fact, do you know what I'm going to do with you guys? I'm going to do advent calendars this year. I'm going to get a football themed. Well, I'm going to get some kind of advent calendar, and I'll do it on shorts with you guys every day, or on the live streams. No, no. They've settled now. Finally. At one point, I thought I was going to have it taken out, but it's settled now. The one on the bottom left. I'm still waiting for the one on the bottom right, though. And really, the one on the top right as well. I'm waiting for that to cut through properly as well. Like, I've got one on the top right that's a little bit cut through, but not much. But the ones on the left have both cut through fully. Don't know. I don't know. To Shiny Riders. I've not even I've not even gone past the lip of the red with the Coke yet. Just realised that it's been a good weekend actually for me. Although, yeah, those jammy Dodgers though were gone by the time West Ham Spurs was on. Like, it's ridiculous, really. I love jammy Dodgers though. They were so nice. And they're only bloody... Don't need to. I don't need to. I don't think you need to refrigerate Coke. I really don't. It's not warm, though. The thing is, you've got to remember, this house is a cold house. Like, I know you guys don't ever see the heater, but you trust me. Give it a month or so, and there will be certain points where we'll have a heater. In fact, I'll show you one of the ones that I've got, and I take this one into hotel rooms with me normally in the winter. But it's this. It's just literally a little plug-in thing like that. It's got a twistable plug. It's from Blaupunkt at B&M. And all you do is you just plug it in. It's got like a little bit of a fire grill here. And it's really clever, actually. It does work. But no, this is a cold house. So, like, to be fair, in this room, and as well, it's hard floor on here in this room as well. There's no carpet in here. It's hard floor. So like, yeah, no, the Coke does not really go warm. Dorgu. Luke Shaw, good cross. Handled well by City. Free kick, I think, yeah. You actually pushed, I think, don't know which button. Oh, it's this one here. So yeah, basically you just push that button in here. And Fake Lee Gunner's here. How you doing, Fake Lee Gunner? Welcome to you. How you doing? Good to see you. And welcome aboard to you. Yo, what's the score? 1-0 City. I will just check to make sure it isn't the real Lee Gunner, because if it is, I apologise, but highly unlikely. But he does know who I am, so it's not impossible. I don't hate Chelsea, but I do have a dislike. It's just natural because Big Six London club, like London rival. Although to be fair, I think in the end it'll be Spurs that are the rival more than Chelsea. To be truthful, not gonna lie. That's just honesty. So, United corner. Didn't like that comment. Well, sort of. I mean, we're not gonna. I mean, the only thing it's. But we don't just call out swearing and that kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not like it's more kind of racism that we moderate and stuff like that. Really, or spamming. Yes and no. I mean, I'm not going to be a strict tutor. We've got 1 minute at a time, by the way. Not that we're going to have much of it left. But there you go. There's the corner. There's the half-time whistle from Anthony Taylor. City's half, not too much to report on. Half-time score, City 1, United 0. Same rolling order as last year's derby, the Etihad. Yep, no, there's no racism, so that's why I'm not, Bruno Fernandes to replace probably Zubimendi, to be fair. And that is a good one as well. Nobody can say, don't come and say to me Bruno Fernandes, because Bruno Fernandes is a good player. Let me put that thing away anyway. Reese, welcome to you. What do you mean? I mean, I rate Marino more than I do Zubimendi, and I also rate Rice more than I do Zubimendi. However, great performance from Zubimendi yesterday. But I'm sorry, but if I'm selling one of Rice, Zubimendi, or Marino, I'm selling Zubimendi. And in exchange for Bruno Fernandes. Let's do it this way. Buy, bench. No, start, bench, sell. Start. I would start Mikel Merino. Okay? I would start Mikel Merino. I would bench Bruno Fernandes. And I would sell Martin Zubimendi. There you go. Start Merino, bench Bruno, and sell Zubimendi. Okay. Nice one. Wait, who's Luca? Luca talks ball. Right, come on then. Charlie, do this one. Charlie, start, bench, sell. Between Marino, Zubimendi, and Bruno Fernandes. I said start Marino, bench Bruno, and sell Zubimendi. Anybody do it in the chat, actually. Join in. Go on. Out of those three, start, bench, sell. And by the way, this all started from Ryan saying, who would I exchange for a Manchester United player? I will do. Isak will flop. That wasn't actually aimed at you guys. It's just because this guy hypes Isak up so much, when yet the bigger picture is that Isak is an absolute jerk for what he did to Newcastle and does not deserve to be at a club right now. Well, does not deserve to be playing football. No, he wouldn't, mate. You do overhype players, Ryan. I don't know whether it's because you actually believe that these things are going to happen, or you just are doing it to send people a bit wappy. And to be fair, Burnley were not going to concede for open play today. Liverpool were not good enough. Burnley, got to give them credit for it. And I'm just taking away the bias. But the bias, I mean, Jamie Carragher took away the bias as well on commentary. It was a disgusting act for that defender. I think it was Hannibal Medjugorje for a Manchester United player. Just stuck his hand out like that. Last seconds of the game. You've got to keep that composure. You've got to not let that happen, because they were so close to a point against Man United at Old Trafford and a point against Liverpool. John Cena 02, John Cena FC, welcome into you. What about Isak? Not too sure about that. Black sparkling water, that's the one. Yes, we are the healthy channel in here, and this, folks, is an inhaler. Keeps me alive. An inhaler where I breathe out the oxygen. In fact, this inhaler is so powerful that it is very hard to hold in the. Do I want to buy aluminium Al? Yeah, I do, but it ain't going to happen, King Amari. Let's face it, though, Barcelona are skint, so they are going to have to sell at some point. And when I say skint, I mean skint. Barcelona are skint. So turn your heads then, folks, to next week. 5:30, you can join us. It's a 5:45 kickoff. It is my club, Arsenal, in action in the Champions League against Athletic Club. Kickoff is at 5:45. You can join us from 5:30 for that one. It's a massive, massive day for Arsenal, as we will be one of the first teams to play a Champions League match in the league phase, and a huge chance for us to get some goals in the back of the net and try and get to the top of the league. But most importantly, 3 points on the board. And then on Super Sunday next week, it is Manchester City visiting the Emirates Stadium, Arsenal against Manchester City. But there's not just one big game next weekend, there's 3 of them, which includes the Merseyside derby and Manchester United against Chelsea in the same day. But of course, Super Sunday, Arsenal against Manchester City. Lick your chops, get your eyes popping, and be ready for it, because it's a huge one at the Emirates, and I guarantee an Arsenal win. Man United, Chelsea, we all know what's going to happen. 1-1 draw. Yeah. We might as well call Man United, Chelsea the 1-1 fixture. Always finishes 1-1. Always finishes 1-1. In a 1-1 draw, yes. Literally the 1-1 like that fixture is the promotional scoreline of 1-1. There's no other fixture in the Premier League that finished 1-1 more than Man United, Chelsea. Did you know that? No other Premier League fixture has had more 1-1 draws. Yep, we were the best side, mate. I'm not going to consider that racist, but I would like you to strongly elaborate on what you mean, King Amari, because we are an anti-racism channel. Although, if you are talking about the likes of immigration or illegals coming across the sea at Dover, I will allow a certain level. Ben White, I don't want to sell Ben White. No, I don't want to sell Ben White. No. Ben White is a pretty decent right back and a good backup for Simba. Actually, I don't want to sell Ben White because Mikel Arteta converted this guy from a shit centre back to a good right back. So no, I don't want to sell him. He's an all right back, shit centre back, but an all right back. So do I. It will be party time if he gets sacked. Best day of our lives. This will be the greatest time of our lives. This will be the greatest time of our lives. Did you get it? How I just changed the theme tune of Goat to this can be the greatest time of our lives. Bernardo Silva's talking to a reporter at half-time in the Etihad tunnel. I don't know. Depends on how bad it gets. So, Etihad Manchester derby. United came back last time. Will they do it again? We're going to find out in about 90 seconds' time after Sky have finished their advertisements. I'm non-religious. I don't follow a religion. Actually, I do follow. I am religious. I can't bloody speak. I am religious in the sense of I love my football club. My religion is Arsenal Football Club. I'm not. I can rest assure you that I am not any form of religion other than my own football club. Arsenal is my religion. My club is my religion. Here come the Reds, then back out the tunnel. I'm not sure if City are already out, whether we're waiting on them, I don't know. Oh, don't even. I remember the days where I had a radiator by my bed, literally. My bed was right next to a radiator, and when it was warm, oh, yeah, under the quilt, lean against it, lovely. Here comes City back at the tunnel then. Yes, they do. A very relevant fact, but not for this game. About to get back underway. Will be United to get us underway. Brian in Burma. But first, the referee assistant is getting wired up and he's now ready. And we are now ready for our second half of this Manchester derby. There's no such club as Millwall United, just Millwall. I appreciate that, but I want to win. Do you know that Arsenal are unbeaten now in, I think, 5, 6, maybe even 7 games at Stamford Bridge? We've got a very long unbeaten run at Stamford Bridge. It is I think, our most unbeaten stadium, actually, at the minute. And an unbeaten run, which I plan for us to keep intact. And for Manchester United, they look to keep intact their unbeaten run against Manchester City, and Dorgu has not won a corner, has he? Yes, he has. Well, like I said, we've got a very, very big unbeaten run at Stamford Bridge. A huge unbeaten run, a long, long one. United looking to level up from the corner. Not a great one. Away by, I think, Haaland, actually, as it was in towards the near post. That is a ridiculous amount when he's about on Haaland scoring, and he won't. Patrick Dorgu, not a bad cross, but not quite deep enough. Abadan, there's the ball, in Burmo will have it on the right. Mazraoui. A good ball by Bruno and Mazraoui. And Burmo again. Bruno Fernandes again. It's all United at the minute. So you've probably wasted £1,200, although £700. That's probably going to happen more than Haaland is. Lovely ball by Luke Shaw on the right to Brian Mbeumo. Mazraoui is on the overlap of him. And that's a good ball as well to Nassir Mazraoui. And he might win a corner, will he? No. Anthony Taylor says goal kick. But there is a problem for Mazraoui. He's holding his face. I mean, it's a lot of money to waste, really. I'm not a Christian. I am not religious. I do not follow any religions. I don't pray. I don't do anything religious. I don't think he is. But I apologise if you are offended by anything that's been said to you, and of course you can report it via the email in the description if you wish. Bruno Fernandes, Patrick Dorgu was twisting. Bruno Fernandes, not a great ball. That request is denied. You will need to send me an email via the email address provided in the description if it's still there, and then I will investigate the situation, and your appeal may be rejected or denied or accepted. A response will be provided within 5 working days of your email, subject to the result of investigation. It may take less or longer than that. Please include that in your email, and we will investigate the situation and give you a response within 3 to 5 working days, subject to the length of the investigation required. Cool. Oh, it's in for Erling Haaland. It's 2-0. And it might just be a winning day on Derby Day for Manchester City this time. Well, from a throw-in. Could it be offside? I don't agree. I don't think he's that good. I think he's overrated, Phil Foden. Okie dokie. Let's work for me then. No investigation required. Okay, I'd be keeping it for myself. There you go. Well, just, yeah. Oh, it's Erling Haaland in again, round the keeper, and oh, he's hit the inside of the post. Back again. Oh, what a miss. How is he not 3-0? Keeper comes out. Haaland gets past him, but can't. Hits the inside of the post. So nutmeg on Delict, maybe a slight deflection actually off the inside of the legs. I have to say, peace talk near Manchester Derby. Perfect. Yes, I saw the strings, and I know. How has he missed? That's Rowie and Burman. You know, I need a response, and we'll continue to search for one. That's a lifted ball in. Haaland could go through the middle. Shaw got back and got a touch with the outstretched legs. He's a big lad. He's a big lad, Erling Haaland. He is. Yoro's tackle there. Mazraoui. Burmo. Nudge off the ball. Strong challenge. And it's a free kick. Foul by Ugarte. On to Jardy Reinders. Adeyemi, who does he play for? Don't know. I know the name, but I don't know who he plays for. I haven't watched him enough. We'll see. I don't know. I'll ponder it when the window's open. I'm not interested in transfer talk, mate. The window's just closed. I couldn't give a blind stuff, really, unless we hit a major injury crisis. Then I'll be talking about transfers. Yeah, January. No, I don't know. Nico O'Reilly. Bruno Fernandes. And Luke Shaw. Cross comes into the box in Burmo. Great effort on the volley. Saved by Donnarumma. It's a great save. There are changes for Manchester United. It's Lenny Yoro and Mazraoui replaced by Kobbie Mainoo and Harry Maguire. So probably two attacking changes, really, because Maguire is a goal threat and Raya. In by Fernandez. Good tackle. And Burmo's offside. Yeah, Dorgu's offside. Probably in Burmo. Stranger things have happened. Stranger things have happened. You'll remember last season, Maguire, with a miss that cost United a win at Anfield last season. The last kick of the game was Maguire through on goal, and he missed the opportunity for United to win the game 3-2 at Anfield. Oh, here we go. And Haaland looking for a second. Straight up by a dip. Here is Harry Maguire. I'll take care, have a good evening, and we'll see you on Tuesday at 5:30. Athletic Club against Arsenal. Kickoff is at 5:45 for that one. Oof. Why? There's a handball shout. Nothing doing. Knock it out of play. Oh, interesting ball, Ahmad. And who had the magic in the last Etihad derby. And Burma should go to the byline. Will go to the byline and wasn't impeded either. Burma, nice play. United, Ahmad. Through to from Burma. Play to Mainu. Ugarte. Oh, they picked the pockets and Haaland could be in on goal. Don't know if he's onside or not. And it's Erling Haaland 3-0. Derby day delight for Erling Haaland for Manchester City. There you go. Yeah. Through on goal, Haaland. Expect Eddie Strike to finish that, really. Game over. It would take a United miracle from this point. It's over. It's going to be City's win on Derby Day. Not really. Maguire to Mainu. And I wasn't looking at the chat, by the way, for you saying ignored. I don't always have my finger on the chat. I have lots of little sections on my studio. And the chat isn't always at the forefront. Ooh, interesting ball if United can. No, they can't. No, they can't. There you go. 5 touches in his own box, 5 touches in the opponent's box, 2 goals, and 1 to hit the woodwork. Great second half from Erling Haaland. Not a great Manchester derby for Manchester United this time. No. Oh, no. My nerves will get to me a bit when the day comes, but no, I expect to win. Should really prevail. Crossed by Dorgu. It's for Amad Diallo. And Ugarte. Oh, it would have been a beauty had he scored that. So looking ahead, folks, Tuesday is the day when Arsenal start their Champions League campaign. It is a Tuesday night, well, Tuesday evening, I should say, really. Fixture at 5:45. Do join us at 5:30. We'll be live for Athletic Club against Arsenal. Kickoff is at 5:45. You can join us for all the build-up at 5:30. There is no Monday Night Football tomorrow. It's going to be Coronation Street for me tomorrow and a nice night in and just relaxing, and then Wednesday is to be confirmed, unlikely as well. But Thursday we'll be back as well. Newcastle against Barcelona. And we're also going to be here on Friday. And we'll have a look at Middlesbrough's championship game to get us into the weekend. I think after that Man City game, we've got a very large run of London derbies. Actually, Arsenal. I mean, it stretches from, I think, 7 to Johnny Reinders. Oh, I thought that was 4-0. Would have been game over, absolutely certainly, had Tijani Reinders put that in the back of the net. But it's game week 7 and onwards, and I will be at the Emirates Stadium for that first London derby of that run of London derbies when Arsenal play West Ham. And that is part of my attendance of 3 o'clock kickoffs guarantee this season. For Arsenal, by the way, in context of that. It is our first and only fixture so far not to make UK television. And because of that, I am going to be in attendance for it. And that will apply that's going to apply to hopefully all 3 o'clock kickoffs involving Arsenal. Any fixture that doesn't make TV involving us, I will probably try and attend unless the price is like too high. So Nico Gonzalez and Savinho are on for Manchester City. Bruno Fernandes, good ball. And Burmo's in there, as to is Maguire. But City clear their lines. We're going to kiss goodbye this price boost because Manchester United are not going to win or draw. And I think the bet builder is going to go as well. However, Brian and Burma to score at any time, still intact. Oh. Mainu, lovely movement. Evades 2 challenges. Policy move for United this. There's whip to it. And block from Kusanov, deflected into the gloves of Donnarumma. He prevents a corner. Yeah, Sunday 4:30, always the big game. And Sunday 4:30 has got plenty of stock, but us on Realltom Football, of course. Match week 5, I've already mentioned to you, Arsenal Man City. And again, Arsenal in match week 6 are the feature of Sunday 4:30 against Newcastle away. And match week 7, it is Brentford against Manchester City, which will be the 4:30 kickoff. Of course, the big game of the weekend is at 5:30 on Saturday, but I won't be here for that, as I will be making my way out of London as Chelsea kick off against Liverpool at Stamford Bridge. Substitution time then. Benjamin Sesko still not really hitting the right marks as a United player or striker. And the replacements for him and for Manuel Ugarte are Joshua Zirkzee and Casemiro. So just under 10 minutes to go, 9.5 to be exact. And City 3-0 up. United, yes, they've got the ball. Yes, they're moving forward. They've not been shambolic, United, but they've been a bit toothless, really, when it comes to having a threat and getting a goal. And I think that's what's been missing from this Manchester derby. It's been a decent performance from City. However, I think if United had taken their chances, they would be a different story to this game, most certainly, because yeah, you can't get it right every time. I mean, look, yeah. And Burma, he looked to bend one, and it was a good try. And it would have been a great goal. It had whip, but it was the wrong side of the post for Brian and Burma. Amad Diallo. I don't think I have this week, to be fair. Unless, well, no. I think it's going to be, I mean, maybe I got the, did I get the, I don't know. I think it might be a draw this time. I don't think I've lost, but I think it's a draw. I might post. I mean, unless United put it back to 3-3. Yeah, 8-8. And if I'd have I could have got a correct score as well on one of the, well, the differentiator is purely on the fact that he put Man City to win this one, and I put Bournemouth to win, and he didn't. Basically, had he maybe put like, I don't know, if he put maybe 1-1 or something like that for this game, then I would have won. It is just literally, it's a tie though. It's. I mean, unless United get a consolation because his prediction's 3-1 for this game, then it's a draw. Annoying, but you can't beat him every time, can you? And to be fair, I beat him 3 times in a row. Great start to the season, accumulating 14, 28, and then 11. So that's 39 points plus the 8 today. It's not a bad start in 4 game weeks. Amad Diallo. Kobe Mainu, interesting ball. And it's going to come out to Patrick Dorgu, who has fired it over the bar. John Cena 02, John Cena FC, welcome back in. How you doing? Yeah, and I tell you what, that Bournemouth-Brighton game as well, I could have got a correct score because more often than not, when I think a side's going to win narrowly and it's an on-the-edge one, I would put 2-1. But I based it off the fact that Bournemouth have been keeping clean sheets and getting little 1-0 wins against Wolves and Spurs. So I predicted 1-0, but it was a 2-1. So that's what that does annoy me a bit because normally I would put 2-1, but because Bournemouth had 1-0 wins, I thought 1-0. And I was a bit harsh on Brentford as well, Brentford-Chelsea. I mean, I put 2-0 Chelsea thinking that Brentford would be toothless, but it was a 2-2 draw. And to be fair, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it's my error for not beating Jamie on Super 6, really. I mean, but a draw is a draw. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's about, I guess, staying invincible against him, really. I mean, and so far, 4 game weeks, I mean, 39 out of 8. It's going to be 46, 47 points, 48 points, whatever it is, 47. So, for me, not bad. But Erling Haaland's going off for a brace. He won't get a hat-trick. Oscar Bob is replacing him, and Bernardo Silva being replaced by Nathan Ake. Well, yeah, I was wrong, guys. Look, I don't get it every time, all right? But one thing is for sure is that when I get something right, I tend to repeat my predictions because I knew that Man United would win the derby last year, and I went for a 2-0. I got my 2 points. I didn't care about the correct score. I cared about the fact I got the correct result. And I think that's kind of what spurred me on today to kind of try and see if they... And to be fair, they could have won with more quality. But yeah, I will be a little bit more careful with my Super 6 predictions, I think, for next week. It's going to be one of those where you've just got to... Yeah. So Ruben Diaz. Anyway. I mean, yeah. Look, I could have got it right. And to be fair, on their day, United, they can beat City. We know that Man United are good at the Etihad Stadium, but today they just couldn't find the quality. And Erling Haaland in the second half came alive. The 2 goals from him in the second half is what's finished this game off. But yeah, but and do I see this as a worry for Arsenal? No, I don't. This does not make me worried about Arsenal Man City because I know what we can do. I know that we've kind of got the knack against City now. And I just, yeah. I don't think United have been that bad either, to be fair. I really don't. I mean, it's not been catastrophic. It's just been really 1 goal in the first half and then absolute quality beating them in the second half, unfortunately, and them not taking their chances. That's the story, but I don't think that United have been shit. I just think that they've not been good enough, and the quality of Erling Haaland has taken the game away from them. And I think that's the best analysis I can give, really. But they've not been as bad as what it may look on the scoreboard. Tijani Reinders. I think that, yeah. Sky have just given man of the match, and it is the correct decision. I think that Erling Haaland, he's not been the man of the whole match, but his 2 goals in the second half, his quality has taken this game away from a situation which could have been another United comeback, because without those 2 goals, I mean, United may well have just come back, you know what I mean? I mean, we know how late it was in December last year, but they came back. So I think that Sky have got that one bang on with the man of the match. I don't know. I don't do FPL. Like I said, I'm more about Super 6. I'm more about predictions and that kind of, like, my cup of tea is predictions. Like, I like predictions. That's what I like doing. And Dorgu's header, why? Like, that's more my cup of tea. Like, predictions, bets, you know what I mean? That's more my cup of tea as opposed to FPL, points, players doing something, you know what I mean? That's what I'm good at. So a good day for Gianluigi Donnarumma, debut for City, and a clean sheet for him as well. Oscar Bob, City looking for the cherry on the icing on the cake. Foden drags his shot, and the angle's closed on Savinho. Bye in here, and it will be a corner with 30 seconds remaining for Manchester City. Well, I mean, look, hasn't been quite the exhilarating, thrilling Manchester derby. It's had goals, but we need now, well, I mean, obviously later in the season, we need that one at Old Trafford to deliver, because last season, that Old Trafford Manchester derby did not deliver, but this one did. Hopefully, we get a bit more of a high-speed contest, really. But here, it is simply Erling Haaland's class, which has taken the game away from Manchester United, who couldn't take their chances. The final score in this Manchester derby is a City win, and it's a 3-goal win for Manchester City. Erling Haaland with 2 in the second half, which settled the deal and took the game away from United. Phil Foden with that first goal, with an assist from Doku. Not quite the derby that some were expecting. Not a shambolic day there for United. Like I said, I don't want people to just come away from this and think that United have been bad today, because I don't see it like that. They weren't too bad. They weren't a mess. What it was is it was a lack of taking their chances. They couldn't take their chances, and then the quality of Erling Haaland second half took the game away from them. It was just a case of quality. And today, City had it. United didn't. But on a different day, it would be United taking all 3 points here, because they weren't bad. They were in the game. They had good chances. They just didn't take them. And that is simply what it is. So there's no way that people can label United as shambolic today. But a good win for City, and a deserved one on the basis that they took their chances. And I've said my piece on it. Look, you guys can think what you can think, but I don't think that United have been shambolic. And I don't want to see all these headlines of United fall apart, United this, because they haven't fell apart. Like I said, it's been a game where quality has shone for one team and quality has done the job. And unfortunately for United, they just didn't find the quality today. Well, I'm sure we'll have lots of time to work on finding that quality and being able to hopefully instill that in the next Manchester derby at Old Trafford later in the season. So let's wrap up the weekend then, folks, because I'm about to wrap up on here. Yeah, precisely that. Nothing more than that. Yeah, that's it. So let's take a check then on the match round. Let's round it all up. And it started with Arsenal against Nottingham Forest, where Arsenal got a 3-0 win. It was Zubimendi with 2 surprise goals, one from the edge of the box. And Darren Fletcher, the TNT Sports commentator, kindly informed us that that was his first ever goal from outside the 18-yard box on the volley as well. And a headed goal for him as well in the second half to finish the deal. Victor Gyökeres also scored with an assist from Eberechi Eze, both him and Madueke, starting that Arsenal 3-0 win, and it was a positive result for us. For Bournemouth, it was a pretty shiny win for them as well against Brighton. They were the more shiny side. They found a 2-1 win, and they got all 3 points against Brighton and Albion. It was 2 games to forget for Crystal Palace and Sunderland and Everton and Aston Villa, but Everton came so close to yet another Hill Dickinson Stadium victory against Aston Villa. I was listening to Soccer Saturday, and I was told that they were inches from getting a winning goal against a very, very poor Aston Villa side. We move on to Craven Cottage, where it was a late winner for Fulham in a game which also was heading in the direction of a stalemate. But the deadlock was broken late on. Fulham got all 3 points. Newcastle in the first half, through Nick Walterman on his debut getting a goal, got a 1-0 win. A bit of a tight one against Wolves, who at times were poor, but applied the pressure late on against the Tsunami. In the 2 London derbies on Saturday, it was a 3-0 win for 3-0 win for Spurs over West Ham. West Ham were competitive in the first half, but Spurs found the way to win. And it was a deserved win in the end for Tottenham. And as well, there was a red card in there for Thomas Souček. Finished Brentford 2, Chelsea 2 in the second London derby. It was an opening goal from Kevin Schade, which got things started. An equaliser on the 61st minute from Cole Palmer. Caicedo thought he won it in the 85th minute. But Fabio Carvalho, the former Liverpool and Fulham man, got a late winner equaliser for Brentford, and it finished 2-2 between the Bees and Chelsea, which is good news for Arsenal. And it was so nearly perfect for Burnley as well, who were 0-0 up until the 95th minute when they gave away a penalty and Mo Salah put it away. As Leslie Ugochukwu was also sent off in that game for Burnley, but they were so close, Burnley, so mightily close to a 0-0 draw, and one which would have been of huge value to them. Really good performance they've had by Burnley. Absolutely brilliant from them. Up until that point where they gave away the pen. And here in the Manchester derby, like I said, a game of quality. DR's comment, I'm going to pin it up right now. One was clinical, one was wasteful. Neither was great, neither was bad. That is the full moral and story of this Manchester derby. On to the league table, where we find that Liverpool are top. Of course, after their win, they're on 12 points. 3 points ahead of Arsenal and Spurs, as well as Bournemouth, who are also on all but maximum points with 3 wins and a loss. Bournemouth have been really good at the start of this season, as to have Spurs, and as to have Arsenal been, and Chelsea just behind on 8 points after their draw. Sunderland getting an away point and an away clean sheet against Crystal Palace into 7th. Not too high, not too low. looking towards the bottom of the table, it's Burnley on 3 points, just outside the relegation zone with the -3 goal difference, keeping West Ham firmly in the relegation zone with their -7. Burnley, so far so good, really, you have to say. Aston Villa, no goals scored yet, -4 goal difference, only 2 points. And for Wolves, they are rock bottom on a -7 with 0 points on the board. Manchester United are in 14th after this result. Manchester City have moved to within 1 point of Sunderland and on to 6 points and in 8th place. So that is pretty much how the league table looks then, folks. That is pretty much the moral story of this Manchester derby. It is a blue City day in the Etihad Stadium. And in Manchester, this time around it's blue. But Old Trafford beckons to find out if Manchester will be red on the next occasion. Next, though, for Manchester City is a Champions League clash. I think they're facing Juventus, but somebody will correct me, I'm sure. In the Champions League, Manchester United are actionless in the Carabao Cup and the Champions League, so they will play next Saturday in what is one of our first of 3 massive fixtures next Premier League weekend, with the Merseyside derby, Man United, Chelsea, and Arsenal, Man City all in the same weekend. It is going to be a firecracker, and Man United, Chelsea, bound to be a 1-1 draw. We'll find out on Saturday. But for Manchester City, we'll look at them in the Champions League and see what they do. But for now, it is bye-bye until Tuesday, where Arsenal will face Athletic Club. Remember, folks, we are live at the earlier time of 5:30, but the 5:45 kickoff is Athletic Club against Arsenal. Kickoff is at 5:45. The live stream will start at 5:30 p.m. And just to point you in the direction of any more action, we will be live on Wednesday or Thursday, most likely Thursday, not both. We'll do Newcastle, Barcelona, I think. Probably will stay off on Wednesday. And on Friday as well, we'll be here for you guys. Middlesbrough action in the Championship. We will be live for that one as well. I'm not sure who they're against, but it is Middlesbrough. It's at their stadium. And that will prepare us for a roller coaster weekend next weekend. Finished off, though, by Arsenal against Manchester City at 4:30 next Super Sunday. From here, from me, bye-bye from me, and Manchester is back blue again after a fully red season with 4 points for Manchester United and just a 1 for Manchester City. Take care and have a good night. See you all on Tuesday at 5:30 as well. Note that, please, folks. 5:30, Tuesday afternoon.
Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.